Our vision for Warrnambool in the Southwest future is one where circularity guides economic transformation and strategic partnerships, creating a livable community for current and future generations. Our mission is guided by donut economics, where the region's social and ecological performance informs target areas for transformation, including youth retention, food and fibre production, proactive flood and drought response, and renewable energies. Warrnambool's ageing population consumes excessive energy, where current levels are double global recommendation for staying within planetary bounds. In the future, this may trigger lagging capacity to provide reliable energy sources heightened by workforce shortages. Agriculture is a primary sector in the region, currently threatened by land use system changes contributing to soil degradation processes. In turn, social foundations of financial security and social wellness face challenges. Circular systems provide an opportunity for strengthening the region's renewable energy hub, ensuring the Southwest continuously supports innovation while minimising contribution to atmospheric degradation. If not managed proactively, intensifying rainfall patterns risk waterway degradation, limiting regional financial security and provision of safe homes. In response to these regional trends, Hamilton has been proposed as a green cluster supporting agricultural specialisations, renewable energy firms, and localised supply chains. Throughout this regional development strategy, sustainability is centralised as a driver of growth rather than constrictor, acting as a vessel for technology and skill development, intra-regional partnerships, and internal economic boosts. Our livable future vision emphasises the intersectional nature of social parity, environmental resilience, and economic diversification, calling for coordinated regional action to support prosperity in the Warrnambool and Southwest. An ageing workforce and limited affordable housing are key drivers shaping regional challenges in the Warrnambool and Southwest, influencing long-term regional economic sustainability. Economic pressures are culminating across a range of sectors impacting the region's social foundation. This is visible in homelessness rates, which have doubled over the past 5 years. A cycle is occurring where lagging social support reduces tax revenue while increasing demand on services. Ecological risks compound these pressures, with excessive emissions, resource depletion, and land use levels reaching potentially irreparable levels if current trends continue, understood as ecological ceilings in the Southwest's donut model. Current population stabilisation presents an opportunity to strategically invest in existing regional challenges through housing, intergenerational balance, and social inclusion, supporting the Warrnambool and Southwest's capacity to absorb future change. Practical measures to achieving this include embedding a central register of vacant properties into regional monitoring systems, extending Victoria's vacant residential land tax. This supports fair housing distribution and the stabilising of rental markets. The reduced strain on resources provides opportunity for reinvestment into community priorities, stabilising resource flows, maintaining natural capital, and supporting long-term youth retention through generational transition. Investing in intergenerational knowledge systems is vital to preserving agricultural expertise that is eroding with an ageing population. Recommended responses include establishing a dedicated agricultural development team within Warrnambool City Council and launching a living library program within Hamilton's Green Cluster. Outcomes include preservation of regional memory, creating entry-level pathways for youth, and reinforcing food security through captured and shared expertise.
For Warrnambool and the Southwest, the proposed green cluster strategy for food and fibre production will be significant, as the sector contributes to the region's local workforce and economy and is a major contributor to the area's total gross regional product, as well as providing the opportunity for adequate living conditions for farmers and ensuring food safety for residents in the local community, while minimising greenhouse gas emissions in agricultural production. The primary reason this proposal emphasises promoting a circular economy is to minimise food waste and establish a sustainable, secure and resilient food system for the region. To achieve this, continuing to promote innovation through technology infrastructure and behavioural change strategies via social marketing campaigns is key. For example, this includes smart farming to aid in the decision making for farmers, innovative packaging for monitoring food conditions, and social marketing campaigns that utilises tools to persuade people to change their food wasting behaviours.
Energy production is a central driver of change in the Southwest. Warrnambool is positioning itself as a hub for hydrogen and bioenergy. Deacon's High Cell Hydrogen Hub is advancing local innovation from training programs to hydrogen fueled buses, while the region's strong dairy sector provides a natural base for circular bioenergy, which is currently underutilized. The focus on a circular economy is critical because it ensures resources are reused, waste is minimized, and value is retained locally. In practice, it links agriculture, energy, and industry, so outputs from one sector become inputs for another. This approach brings forth resilience, lower costs for farmers, long term community benefits, emissions reduction, fertilizer independence, green jobs, and new trade opportunities, and anchors the region's clean energy identity. Two proposed projects illustrate this. Firstly, bioenergy and co-digestion hubs that process dairy effluent, food waste, and brewery residues. With a third of Victoria's dairy farms, the Southwest can cut 250,000 tons of emissions annually, generate 10 to 15% of local electricity, and recycle nutrients back to farmland. Secondly, hydrogen and green ammonia production through Deacon's High Cell Hub can reduce reliance on imported fertilizer, power agriculture and shipping, and create export competitiveness via the Portland Industrial Cluster. Together, they reflect donut economics, meeting the ecological ceiling by lowering emissions while strengthening the social foundation with jobs, skills pathways, and community benefit sharing.
Following policy recommendations on supporting the proposed green cluster for the Warrnambool Southwest region cover four main areas. One, economy and employment, to install technology and community engagement programs to support intergenerational tacit knowledge sharing systems and regional communication. For example, establish a dedicated agricultural development team within the Warrnambool City Council with expertise in digital storage to prevent the erosion of farming knowledge. Two, energy. Implement a Green Jobs and Skills Compact by 2030 to train and retrain at least 1,000 plus local workers annually in renewable energy, grid services, hydrogen and circular agribusiness. Three, food and fibre production is to promote a circular economy in reducing food waste, where the government needs to provide incentives such as tax breaks for businesses that are already using new technologies that track food quality and waste in real time throughout their operations. And lastly, prioritise climate rehabilitation and restructuring of wetland networks by re-establishing monitoring systems for water levels and quality, supporting traditional owner co-management, and keeping local community groups and landholders connected and informed, all of which support safe housing. In summary, climate impacts, energy, food, economy, and employment provide the opportunity to meet the basic needs for everyone within an ecological ceiling.
The Southwest region is at a pivotal inflection point in sustainability transition. Our policy response is to operationalize circular economy interventions that move the region into the safe and just operating space at the donut's core. At the social foundation layer, adaptive governance instruments, including vacancy registers, incentivized downsizing, and housing reallocation, strengthen intergenerational housing elasticity. Meanwhile, capital injection and knowledge transfer secure pathways for youth retention, skills pipelines, and equitable participation. Equally, Food Nexus is reinforced through precision agriculture, sensor enabled packaging, and behavioral economic campaigns to reduce post harvest and consumer waste externalities. At the ecological ceiling, water security underpins resilient outcomes through connected wetland restoration, traditional owner custodianship, and monitoring systems that results in improved water filtration and retention, waterways resilient to flooding, stronger groundwater stocks, and reliable supply in drought periods. Hamilton as a green cluster also becomes the node for industrial symbiosis. Surplus renewables are leveraged for electrolysis, producing green hydrogen and derivative ammonia, cutting import dependencies and life cycle emissions by up to 90%. Together, these strategies reconfigure the Southwest into a paradigmatic exemplar of regenerative regional development, staying within ecological limits while elevating social equity. This is the essence of a resilient region: circular, inclusive, adaptive, and future ready.